the next subzone. Nothing left of interest here.
What's good, guys? It's AP Experiment back at it again on R6 Extraction. I decided to do something a little crazier. I decided to go a little bit away from what I normally do. I was still using tips from the Reddit, obviously, so I used Sophia, who has an ability to get up by herself. I slapped on body armor over the revive kit. And then I decided to tinker a little bit. I wanted to see what I could do with the nitro cells and how I could use them. And if I could use them effectively. And they did come in handy. They obviously had moments where my reflexes tried to throw them out like they were paralysis grenades. So I'm not going to act like tinkering didn't have its own little hindrances, but it was nothing that was, game changing for me. I was actually able to use them very well, especially for this decontamination, because I kind of just set one up by the farthest aberrant nest, so that I could just focus on all the aberrant nests that were a little bit closer to each other. So it was very, very useful. It came in clutch. So I definitely might have to try to see if I can, how I can use them more in my gameplay and kind of mix them in, because I do want to learn how to use everything and be effective with everything. I'm going to continue, tinkering and trying out different things. Like this, but the ironic part was that first one kind of took me a while, or not really took me a while, but I set that up, got through that really easy. I got through this whole little specimen pretty easy. Like literally, it was almost like I was doing nothing, because it was just that it was so simple. Especially since the smasher was already so close to the pad, it was literally like doing nothing at all. I probably spent more time like running around than anything else. But then I ended up, of course, having to fight like 3 or 4 tormentors, and again, I was running into pores and stuff. And then right when I think, okay, cool, all I gotta do is get to the gateway, opens the gate, Apex just staring at me. I thought I was in a good position. Like, you see how I closed that? I literally closed that. Like, bro, what am I looking at? Because I literally opened up the gate. On the way to the gateway, I'm trying to fight a Protean, and then Apex is just staring me in my face. So of course, I'm trying to fight it off, because I'm like, I'm not gonna just run from it. I could have probably ran right past it, or tried to run past it, and, activated the gate. But I was like, no, I'm not gonna act scared. I'm gonna really actually fight it. I just gotta move around, which is another thing that the Reddit was telling me, was not kind of stand still in my gunfights. So I was like, alright, cool, move back and forth or whatever, weave back and forth, use this little metal pillar that can't be destroyed as like my cover. Luckily there was also a health kit behind it, so I stacked up on health a little bit. But it was like, bro, I was like, bro, really, I'm just staring at an Apex, like that's how this is going right now. And then of course the Apex backs up into a damn Tormentor. So I'm like, okay, alright, we got a whole supernova fight going on right now, because if this Apex starts summoning Tormentors, I'm screwed. That was literally my main worry, because at first he was just summoning Spikers, and I was like, alright, I'm cool with that. But when he backed into the Tormentor, I was like, if he summons a Tormentor, if he starts summoning Tormentors, I'm screwed. If I have to deal with multiple Tormentors at once, that is going to be the end of me. So I'm still playing this little box. I ended up killing it. I was super, super happy about that. I saw the second Tormentor. I was like, okay, the Apex is already dead. All I gotta do is kill this Tormentor and get out of here. Made quick work. Got right up on out of there. So I'm like, alright, let me grab some health first. Because that's, that was like my first thought. I was like, alright, let me go grab some health. Protean popped out. I'm like, alright, which one is it? Looks around the corner. It's Alibi. I was like, oh, it's redemption time. I've got all these tips from Reddit. I've got all these lessons learned. I'm like, cool. It's just gonna be me and you. We're gonna get this right. So I was just like, all right, bob and weave, look around corners, like, and I realized that my shots were I was wasting bullets. I'm not gonna lie, my aim was kind of bad. Mostly because I was anxious, because I really didn't want to lose to Alibi for a 3rd time in a row. because this is literally probably the third time I've gotten Alibi. Or no, this is the fourth time actually. Yeah, it's like the fourth time I've gotten Alibi, because I won one with teammates, and then I've literally lost two, and then this one. So I was like, all right, I can't really mess this up. So I switched over to the burst mode, because I'd be forgetting sometimes that I can actually do that in games like this, just because I've spent too much time playing Call of Duty where that's not really a main feature. But I remembered to do it, so I switched over to burst, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna make sure every shot counts, every bullet counts. I made sure to shoot off her impacts, even though they're not gonna do a lot of damage. I know it still has like a little bit of a stumble or like a stun type effect when it hits direct. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna use that to kind of stutter her a little bit, so that she's not shooting off these clones as fast as she should. Again, I'm still bobbing and weaving, still making sure to move around. I wasn't moving probably as fast as I probably could have, but I really was trying to, make sure I was moving around. I was trying to be as aware as possible, really just trying to make sure to move around, because I know that the clones could literally be anywhere. So I was making sure to look left and right a lot, making sure to watch the indicators on the screen, making sure to be aware of where, health kits were and things like that. Because that would have probably been the worst mistake, because if I would have just forgotten about the health kits and just continued to try to fight. But I made sure to break off, because it didn't seem like the Alibi was kind of chasing me. It seemed like the Alibi was really, I'm not gonna say playing passive, but wasn't really like chasing me like it did in previous times when I was low health. So I did, I was able to break off, grab ammo, grab health. I found a different set of boxes that I could use. I was, again, moving back and forth, making sure not to try to move as much, making sure to try to move as much as possible. Trying to, just not get back into that old habit of standing still trying to shoot. Using the burst actually really helped me a lot. I actually might have to do this more often, even just for like regular incursions and things like that. I might just have to do all of my incursions with either burst or semi-automatic, which obviously is easy since most of my favorite characters, Rook, Doc, and Vigil, have a marksman rifle. I can't remember who the other character is, but there's one more. But since they're, there are a couple marksman rifle users currently in the game, I'm actually, not worried about that. But I might have to actually start using the burst feature a lot more, just because my aim does get bad in fully automatic, and this has been a problem I've consistently had in games like this. Even in Siege, my aim would get pretty bad, so I would actually put things in burst to help that out. But yeah, I got it done, man. I got it killed. I was like, I got in my bag. I used all of my Reddit tips, and I killed my Alibi. Redemption. Catch you on the next one. Like and subscribe.